Hi everyone, Milos here, Acting President of the Humber College Faculty Union. It's mid-November and in bargaining news, the CEC and Cat A bargaining teams are hopefully agreeing to dates this week and next to meet at the table. This is great news because it means that we can all be hopeful that things are progressing where they should at the bargaining table. Now, I wanted to take the opportunity, while there is no blackout in effect, to address and hopefully assuage some of the concerns that I've been hearing around the direction of bargaining. Now, unfortunately, these concerns are what I would call hangover effects from the mediator's report a couple weeks back. Most notably, there was the mediator's accusation that our proposals are unlawful because they would necessitate many more profs being hired, which in turn would contravene Bill 124. Now, as I've said in other videos, this is a bogus assertion. But listen, you don't have to take my word for it, but do listen to Rod Phillips, who is the minister responsible for long-term health care in the province of Ontario. Now, I mention him because the very next day after the release of the mediator's report, Minister Phillips was on the radio, CBC Metro Morning, to extol the virtues of what will be a massive investment in long-term health care. This investment will see the hiring of many more nurses, inspectors, and staff people. And at one point during the interview, Minister Phillips was asked point blank, okay, well, with all of these people being hired, does this mean that Bill 124 will be rescinded? And it was a great bit of radio because there was this seriously awkward silence. But at the end of it, Minister Phillips said no. So, with all due respect to the mediator, I will take the word of a cabinet minister over his, which is to say Minister Phillips agreed that changes in employment levels in provincially regulated sectors have no bearing on Bill 124 at all. So, we can put to bed any concerns or fears that what our bargaining team is doing is unlawful. Now, when it comes to our demands and proposals, I encourage you to go to bargaining.opseu562.org, and there you'll be able to see the latest offer that was tabled by the Cat A bargaining team. This would have been last week during the last blackout. And I seriously applaud the bargaining team for finding ways to moderate our demands, but without gutting the substance of them. So, I mean, in a nutshell, we are still standing firm on the need for better language around the partial load registry. We are still standing firm on the need for better definitions of counselors and counseling work. But we are also agreeing to task force or committee work to study workload issues. This is something that the CEC really wanted. Naturally, we are asking for tight timelines and a tidy frame around that work. But at the end of the day, our bargaining team is doing what it needs to get a good deal at the table, which is what any good bargaining team does. So I trust the bargaining team explicitly and implicitly, and I really hope that you do too. And listen, I'm mentioning all of this because we have to face it. The CEC has a history of floating final offers to the membership, thereby kind of circumventing the bargaining team. And at least in the last two rounds of bargaining, those final offers have been chock full of concessions. And already in this round of bargaining last summer, the kinds of things that the CEC was talking about had really dire consequences, not just for partial loaders, but for full-timers as well. So the only way to kind of break out of the confines of a CEC final offer is to get behind the bargaining team. Really, that's what it comes down to. So anyway, I'll leave it there. And hopefully there will be very positive news in either next week or maybe even this week. Anyway, have a great week 12. What are we in? I don't even know. But anyway, we'll be in touch. Bye.